Hello and welcome to this video. Here we will discuss the homeopathic remedy named Hyoscyamus. About this remedy, we will discuss its common name, source, family, prover, introduction and history, habit and habitat, preparation and part used, constitution, ailments from, sphere of action, active principles, pathological changes, mind symptoms, physical guiding symptoms, particulars, general modalities, and remedy relationships. Before we progress with this remedy, please subscribe to our channel and press on the bell icon. And please watch the video till the end. So let's begin with its common name and source. Source is vegetable kingdom, common name black henbane, family Solanaceae, prover Dr. Hahnemann, Sora miasm in its background. Temperament is nervous, sanguine, hysterical, and irritable. Thermally, they are chilly patient. Introduction. Hyoscyamus is known since ancient times and was used as a household drug. The references about this drug are found in Arabian Nights and also in Anglo-Saxon works on the medicine. It is one of the most important remedies of the materia medica. It is a gift of a vegetable kingdom given to homeopathy. It acts like a purgative, but in allopathy it is used as cerebral depressant in acute mania. The name Hyoscyamus is derived from word hyos meaning a hog and a cymos meaning a bean. Because the bean acts as an intoxicant upon swines but not on other animals. Niger means black. The inner side of the flowers is purplish black in color. This drug is poisonous to fowls, hence its name henbane is very appropriate and correct. It is one of the nest trios of delirium. The others are belladonna and stramonium. Hyoscyamus is very poisonous in its crude form. Habit and habitat. It is originally found from Europe and Asia but is largely cultivated in North America, also found in India from Kashmir to Garhwal in the Himalayas. It is a biennial deciduous plant growing to the height of 15 to 60 centimeters. It is covered with a long, soft, pointed, white hair with fusiform roots. It grows on waste ground such as hedge banks and roadsides. Preparation and part used. Mother tincture is prepared from the whole fresh plant of second year's growth. Constitution. It is adapted to light-haired, sanguine people with a pale or a bluish face who are nervous, irritable, and hysterical. Ailments from unfortunate love, jealousy, rage, fright, fear, intestinal worms, or the puerperium. Sphere of action brain, nerves, blood, mucous membrane, skin, face, eyes, muscles, sensorium. Active principles The principal alkaloid of the Hyoscyamus drug is hyoscyamin, while traces of scopolamine, atropine, and hyoscine are present in lesser amount. It also contains an acid oil of hyoscyamus and potassium nitrate. Pathological changes. It acts upon the cerebrospinal system, affecting particularly the sensorium, producing perversion of perception and intellectual faculties, illusions, and hallucinations. It acts upon nerve centers, irritates them, and produces increased non inflammatory cerebral activity, hysteria, and delirium. Acts upon muscular system through the motor nerves, producing paralysis, spasmodic affections of single part, and convulsions. Acts upon the mucous membrane and irritates the same, producing diarrhea. It acts upon the skin and produces skin diseases. Acts upon head and face, producing the sensation of fullness and heat of the head with flushed face without pronounced hyperemia. It acts upon the brain, causing a distinct mania, quarrelsomeness, or obscene character and hysteria. Mind symptoms. Patient is very suspicious of some plot. Patient is very fretful or fearful, fear of being poisoned, refuses medicine, fear of being alone, dread of water, desire to escape, things seems too large, stupor, unconsciousness, does not reply to questions, does not recognize anyone, makes irrelevant answers, inability to think, thoughts cannot be directed or the controlled, stupid, illusions of imaginations and senses, sees people who are not and have not been present, thinks he is in the wrong place. Delirium talks of business, complains about imaginary things. Delirium, tremors, which clonic spasm, aversion to light and company, loquacity, silly, smiling, laughs at everything, silly expression, cries and laugh alternately, muttering, picking at bedclothes, wants to go from one bed to another, restless, jumps out of bed, tries to run away, does foolish things, behaves like a mad person, abuses those who him and tries to injure them. Patient is very jealous and suspicious, fear of being injured, low muttering delirium, continues even while awake, vertigo with drunkenness, also from smell of flowers and gas, physical guiding symptoms, delirium, low muttering type of delirium with occasional violent outbreaks, convulsions, convulsion of children from fright or from irritation of intestinal worms, suddenly becomes unconscious, spasmodic affection of pregnant woman, paralysis, paralysis of urinary bladder, involuntary emission of urine, involuntary passing of stool, lascivious mania, great lascivious mania, tendency to uncover the body, kicks off the clothes, exposes his or her private parts, sings obscene songs, lies completely naked in bed, prostration, great prostration and weakness in typhoid fever, uncommon sinking of strength, patient completely lies down in bed, the jaw drops, pain, every muscle of the body twitches from the head to foot, constant state of erethism, tonic and clonic spasm, fear, fear of being poisoned, fear of being alone, of being beaten, being scolded, suspect before eating or drinking, cough, dry cough, spasmodic, when lying down, worse at night, after eating, drinking, talking, and completely relieved by sitting up. Sleeplessness, patient is very irritable and excitable. There is intense sleeplessness due to the embarrassment or imaginary things. Fever, typhoid fever is very rapid. Pneumonia, scarlatina, staring eyes, sensorium clouded, picking at bedclothes, involuntary stool and urine, eyes, dilated pupils, eyes sparkling and staring, teeth encrusted with brown mucus, face flushed and dark red, bloated and excited face, dryness of the mouth, dry tongue, loaded with brownish coating, throat, constriction of the throat with inability to, especially fluids and liquids, limbs, extremities are cold, trembling and numb, thirst, patient is thirsty, drinks very little water at a time, characteristic particulars, fever, typhoid fever. Hyoscyamus is very useful in typhoid fever. In the early stage of the disease, the delirium and later symptoms cerebral paralysis may call for hyoscyamus. The delirium is furious or of low muttering type with picking at the bedclothes. Later on, there may be a dropping of the lower jaw. The patient is very weak and debilitated with muscular twitching as a prominent symptom, involuntary stools, and urine. During fever, sensorium is clouded with staring eyes and grasping of flocks. Tongue is very dry with brown coating, cracked, paralyzed. Difficulty in speech. Breath is offensive and putrid. Bad taste in the mouth. Paralysis of bladder. Paralysis of bladder after labor. Micturition frequent, scanty, difficult, involuntary. Has no will to urinate. Retention of urine. Lascivious mania. Highest degree of lascivious mania. Patient wants to show his private part to public. Kicks off the clothes. Immodesty. Patient becomes completely naked in the bed and chatters. Sings obscene songs. Laughs at everything. Silly expression and loquacity. Laughs and cries alternately. Always talk about sex. General modalities: aggravation from menses, at night from jealousy, unhappy love, mental affections, by lying down, from touch, cold air, amelioration by walking, stooping from warmth, sitting, and motion. Remedy relationships, it follows well phosphorus, nux vomica, opium, belladonna, pulsatilla, stramonium, veratrum album. It antidotes china, belladonna, stramonium, citric acid, camphor, antidoted to belladonna, stramonium, plumbum. Compared to stramonium, phosphorus, lachesis, and belladonna. Comparison to a violent delirium, fear of imaginary things, tries to escape, convulsions without consciousness, with cerebral congestion. Stramonium, hydrophobia, delirium, furious mania, convulsions with consciousness, and praying, beseeching. Therapeutic use of Hyoscyamus for angina pectoris, brain affections, bronchitis, coma, cough, delirium, diarrhea, epilepsy, hemorrhage, headache, hydrophobia, hysteria, loss of speech, mania, meningitis, nymphomania, paralysis, pneumonia, typhoid fever, and urinary disorders. If you have found value in this video to the homeopathic materia medica, please don't forget to like, share and comment this video. Let me know which remedy would you like me to develop next. Thanks for watching the video and don't forget to subscribe my channel Dynamic Medicos.